Hello, teachers, administrators, and district coordinators. My name is Mary McCarley, and I am the National Content Specialist with Goodheart-Willcox. In this presentation, I'll provide you a brief overview of lifespan development, and we'll show you how to navigate the online platform. Lifespan development is the first textbook on this topic to be targeted to the high school student. Students will learn about the different stages of development that people pass through as they age. From newborn to older adulthood, students will explore how people continue to develop and change physically, cognitively, socially, and emotionally. Lifespan development is correlated to the national standards for human development. Chapters are organized into 4 parts, including foundations of human development, stages of human growth and development, strategies promoting lifetime human development, and career preparation and opportunities. Each chapter begins with a focus on objectives to help guide learning as the student reads each chapter, a reading prep activity, and key terms to enhance content vocabulary. Also, the companion website icon appears at the beginning of each chapter to provide additional activities. The text uses tables and illustrations to highlight concepts learned throughout the text. Embedded throughout the pages of the chapter are checkpoint questions. These questions help students check for understanding and reinforce key concepts. A variety of engaging, high-interest features are included throughout the text. For example, case study features are included in every chapter to help students relate classroom learning to the real world. The cultural connection features examines other countries and cultures as related to the text material. The health connection features explores health issues related to lifespan development. Lastly, safety connections provides tips about how to prevent accidents and promote safety throughout all stages of the lifespan. At the end of each chapter, there are several activities to engage students and reinforce and extend learning. These include summary, vocabulary activity, critical thinking, core skills, research, and event prep. Notice the activity icon as seen by the red arrow. You will find these icons at the beginning of each chapter. By clicking on the icon, it will take the student to the companion website to practice, assess, and reinforce learning. Links from the textbook direct students to vocabulary games, e-flashcards, matching games, interactive quizzes, and chapter feature activity questions. The student workbook is available in both print and digital formats and includes creative activities developed by educators to reinforce and extend learning. Teachers, you will also have access to our extensive instructor resources to help plan and facilitate your course. All instructional material are found on a convenient online bookshelf and accessible at home, at school, or on the go. Support materials include classroom-tested lesson plans, ready-to-use editable PowerPoint presentations, which are full of color and visually appealing graphics. Teachers can also create customized chapter tests using the ExamView software. Lastly, teachers will also have access to textbook and student workbook answer keys to make grading easier. These are the instructional resources for teachers in the online Instructor Resources. Teachers will have access to the student textbook, the companion website, student workbook, and the online Instructor Resources. The student online platform will be very similar but will not include the Instructor Resources. For those schools who choose to integrate with a learning management system, your online platform will appear differently than what you see on the screen, but the resources will be the same. Now let's take a look at the online platform. This is the online platform for lifespan development. I'll show you how to navigate these resources. First, the student textbook. The textbook is divided by chapters. I'll click on Chapter 1, an Introduction to Lifespan Development. On the left-hand side, you'll see a toolbar. Plus allows you to zoom in and see this page closer. Minus, zoom out. The third button down, or the Contents button, allows you to go to another part or chapter of the book. Click again to close. The fourth button down, or the Resource tab, allows you to go directly to the companion website. Remember, the companion website will house the interactive tools from within the pages of the textbook. Click again to close. Lastly, both students and teachers can print pages of the textbook. This could be extremely helpful if you have a student with an IEP or 504 who needs to mark a hard copy of the text. There's arrows on the left and the right that take you to the next page of the book. We are on page 5, so page 5 of the digital text will be the same as page 5 of the hard copy of the text. You can jump to another page of the book by typing in the page number and clicking. You can also search our book by a key term, and it will take you to all the pages of the textbook that include that key term, and the key term will be highlighted as well. Lastly, I want to point out the GW Learning Companion website icon. By clicking on it, it will take you to the interactive tools on our companion website. This was a brief overview of the student textbook. Click the My Bookshelf tab in the top left corner to take you back to the main landing page. Next, the companion website. Remember, you can access the companion website from within the pages of the textbook or the toolbar. You can also access it from the main landing page here. This is our companion website. You can see that it is divided by chapters. Each chapter will include e-flashcards, a matching activity, a vocabulary game, chapter feature activities, and an interactive quiz. I encourage you to check out these interactive tools. Next, let's look at the student workbook. The student workbook is also divided by chapters. I'll click on Chapter 1 again. On the left-hand side, you'll see that familiar toolbar. I'll click the plus button to zoom in and see this page closer. Also, zoom out. The third button down, or the Contents button, allows you to go to another part or chapter of the workbook. Click again to close. This time, the fourth button down, or the Resource tab, is going to take you to the workbook with form fields, so students can type directly into the form fields and submit digitally. But before I click on that, I do want to point out that both students and teachers can print pages of the student workbook. Now, I'll click on the workbook with form fields. As you can see, it's divided by chapters, and as I scroll down, you can see all the chapters in the workbook. I'll click on from Chapter 1, When I Am 40. Now you can see a digital copy of the workbook, so students can type directly into these form fields and then upon completion, submit digitally. I'll click the My Bookshelf tab to go back to the main landing page. Now let's look at the resources that are available for teachers as well. Teachers, you'll have access to the online Instructor Resources. Click again at Instructor Resources. You'll see 3 gray tabs. I'll explore each of these gray tabs. First, Resource Material. Here you'll find information on the introduction, correlation to the National Standards for Human Development, best practices, curriculum sequencing, and additional rubrics. Click again to close. Chapter Resources. Teachers, this is where you'll go most often to help plan and facilitate your course. I'll click on Chapter 1. Here you'll find answer keys, annotated workbook, a lesson plan, which we do provide in Word format so you can edit it as needed, and a PowerPoint presentation. If I click on another chapter, you'll find that the format is the same. I'll minimize this gray tab. Lastly, assessment software and question pools. This is the software that is needed or the question bank files if you're integrating with a learning management system. Teachers would need to create and customize exams for students. They can choose from true, false, matching, multiple choice, and essay questions. This was a brief overview of our online platform. Now is the time to update your curriculum. We offer print resources, digital resources, and bundle for those districts who prefer print and digital resources for students. We integrate with learning management systems, offer rostering implementation options, and teachers can post to other platforms such as Google Classroom and Microsoft Teams. We offer easy, quick implementation, training, professional development, and ongoing support. If you do not already have access to our online platform, first, contact your GW educational consultant today. Second, schedule a 60-day free preview and try the resources in your own classroom. Third, choose GW. Select implementation and training dates, and you are ready to get started. Let's work together to build careers.